Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Mariam Nakuja, the Ladies Guide, your emotional wellness guide. Every Monday morning, giving you the 7 minutes of inspiration, 7 minutes of your time, 7 minutes to grow yourself in the new amazing week. 7 minutes just to remind you of the things that you overlook in life, but which are impacting your emotional, psychological, social, financial, and the mental dimension. And today, we would like to look at living from the inside out. Living your life from inside out rather than from outside in. Because in life, you may not be able to control what happens to you, but you may be able to control what happens within you. And that's what you have to look at.
She's a lady, she's a cancer.
Previously, we looked at reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting to who you are, finding your center inside, that inner peace, that stillness where the answers you're looking for can be found. So, if you missed, we looked at the importance of finding the inner stillness because most of the time you are disconnected, and that's why you make wrong decisions, uninformed decisions, uninformed course of action, and then you're just reacting in life to different events, which does not bring results. So if you missed our last week's show, please go to the description section below and find the link to our last week, 7 minutes of inspiration. Last week we noted that when you find your center from within, then you manage your life from inside out. When you say from inside out, it means that it is you who controls what happens to you, not the outside circumstances controlling what happens to you. And that's the reason for today's show, to continue from what we covered last week. So to reconnect yourself, first of all, you need to manage what life brings to you, okay? Because in life you face a lot of challenges. Many things come to you unexpectedly, and you can't control what happens in the next few minutes, or in the next few years, or in the next few months. However, you can control what happens within you towards those same events. And that's what we want to teach you today. So I want to bring a new concept to you. It's not new. These are the words that you often use most of the time. Maybe you don't know the impact of the words towards how you act in life. So we want to look at two words which are very important when it comes to managing your life from inside out. Okay? So when you manage life from inside out, you need to understand what they call reaction and then response. There are two words. There's react and there's respond. When something happens to you, when something comes from outside of yourself, it requires you to react. And that is natural for everyone because we are in kind of an emotional kind of pattern where we just react to events. So when you are faced with any problem, when you're faced with any challenge, the next minute is for you to react, which is not wise. Wise people respond. And that's the difference between the two words. So in today's session, let me bring to your attention the difference between response and reaction. When you react to any event or to any circumstance or to any happening in your life, when you react out of fear, you react out of urgency, you react out of the emotional programming you've had throughout your life, which is usually fear, hunger, jealousy, turmoil, etc. But when you respond, response means you've taken time to think through, and now you're reacting from a conscious level of knowing the result. Okay, so most of the time people in life react, they do not respond. Okay, so when you respond, this is what happens. One, you choose how you understand or you perceive a challenge. Number two, you choose how you'll feel about it. And number three, you know what to do about it. That is response. But when you react, it is different. When you react to an event, the event chooses how you're going to feel, how you're going to perceive and understand it. It is not conscious. it is unconscious. Okay? So reaction comes from the word react comes from the word react. React, which means you're acting again. You're acting to what has acted on you. Okay? But response comes from the word responsibility. Responsibility means you're responding with responsibility. That is the difference. Okay? So stop in life reacting to events. Instead, respond. When you respond, you act out of responsibility, which means you've thought through, you've calculated, you've planned. And then every course of action you take, you are responsible for the result. And that's what you're going to learn today in living the inside out. People who live from inside out, we do not react. We respond. And that is the difference between the two words. So are you reacting to life or are you just responding? Choose response, because with response, you give yourself time. You give yourself a mental space to react or to respond in a responsive way. Okay? So when you're facing financial challenges, don't react, respond. When you're facing marital problems, do not react, respond. When you're facing a relationship turmoil, do not react, respond. When you have workplace, politics, etc., challenges at the workplace, do not react, respond. And with response, we mean give yourself time to think through, plan before you act. That is the difference between the two words. So people who live from the inside out learn to respond to events. Do not react, because whoever reacts now has to react to everything that comes from the outside of themselves to the inside, which does not guarantee them happiness. So if it's happiness that you're looking for in life, it is freedom you're looking for, if it is poise, peace, etc., whatever, learn to respond and stop reacting. How to live from the inside out. How to respond, not react. I always remind you the house are for the members, okay? Find it at the channel, membership videos, okay? So whoever becomes the member of the channel are the ones who receive the how. Right now, I'm giving you the what, okay? React, respond. Choose one, okay? So learn to respond to life. Don't react. That is our take for today's 7 minutes of inspiration. Mariam Nakta Ladies Guide, your emotional wellness guide, and I always remind you, we give you this to grow your emotional self, to enjoy life, and to feel good. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
She's a lady.